All right, Ken's a little tipsy from the champagne here, but man, talk about, you had some time off, but you guys put some effort into this too.
Yeah, I haven't done anything, honestly, and that's probably why I'm so winded when I come to the finish line jump. You know, obviously the season preparation starts here very soon. But it was super fun coming here on the two-strokes and everything. You know, my team put in a lot of effort. Haven't ridden the bike a whole lot. Actually had to do a video shoot on the 450, and that's what really messed me up. So on Thursday, I rode the bike again, and I felt all sorts of off. But obviously, when you come here, you got to get the jetting right. Try and get rid of as many bogs and spits or sputters as possible. So we were scrambling with that a little bit. I had to stiffen up my suspension a lot just because the track is so high speed. The walls are really steep. And I just wanted to have it as safe as possible. So, you know, got Jeremy McGrath. Obviously, he's the king. Got his 2006 bike out of retirement, and it feels awesome to give him nothing less but a win here for my team too. So it feels amazing. Winning's always fun.
Yeah, you put a little modern spin on it with suspension and everything else. I think Showa built a shock body for it and things like that.
Showa built a shock within like 3 weeks. They did an amazing job, and I don't know. I think all those guys that had a lot of fun. I think everybody that was out here. I'm really proud how much effort every single team and every single, whether that's privateer or team, put into their builds. I think it's cool how everybody showed up as a rider from the 90s or early 2000s, and they just ran it. You know, it was amazing. This event is so cool. The fans that are here, it's a fun race. The vibe is amazing, and nobody takes it too serious. And but we all know, you know, once it comes to racing, everybody wants to win. So I just had a blast. I'm glad that I think for the most part everybody's healthy, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, yesterday I felt like I was at a bike show and a race was going to break out at any second.
Dude, I know. No, it's great. Like I scoped out every single bike, and damn, everybody did an amazing job. I'm really happy.
So what's the plans for the rest of the year?
Well, I am going back to Florida in about a week, and then I'm going to start my training. Really looking forward to that, and I can't wait to put in a lot of work and be at my best, get some good testing in with my team, and just have good vibes throughout the entire off season, and just be happy going into the new season.
Well, let's get one more peek at this whole kit here, and
you're up there like gathering your pants.
Only 4 of them. So
yeah.
This is going to get framed out and be hung up in my shop.
You said only 4 of those made and not selling them?
No, only 4 of those made. Absolutely not selling it. I think I'm going to give 1 set to Pete Fox. Obviously, he's the one that was the original designer with this whole kit. And then my guy Clay from Fox, he puts in a lot of work with design as well. Gave a kit to him. Probably going to give 1 to Pete Fox. Hopefully give 1 to Honda, and then I'm going to keep 1 for myself. So it's you know, it's really cool when we get to do these events like this. We get cool stuff like this, like just how Vegas in 2016 we got the Iron Can gear and everything. I got the helmet still. It makes it all worth it. It's awesome.
Thanks, Ken. All right, Brandon. Man, I think you turned some heads out there tonight.
I hope so. Yeah, it was a really good night. I feel like ever since I got on this team, I got a little bit more of a confidence boost. I feel like the last 2 years I've been doing pretty good, but I just figured a better bike and better, I mean say better bike, but just better program, I'd be really good, and I think tonight showed. So
making that switch 4-stroke to 2-strokes, not easy though.
No, honestly, we tested about 3 days on it before this race, and the first day I didn't have a good taste in my mouth about it. But as soon as we rode it more and more, I really started liking it. So it's definitely fun, but it's definitely it's different.
Did you surprise yourself out there a little tonight?
Yeah, a little. Yes and no. Honestly, after qualifying, not really. I think I was first, but I mean, I raced some gnarly dudes tonight, so it's pretty cool to beat everybody but 1.
And you got to be Evel Knievel.
Yeah, that was awesome. I'm pretty sure his son was here today. He actually came up and we took pictures and shook hands and everything, so it was actually really cool to see that.
Well, cool, man. It's good to see you make the jump over to the team, and we're looking forward to seeing what you do next year.
Yeah, thank you. It's going to be 2020 is going to be good, so keep your eyes up. Keep your eyes peeled.
Josh, way to go. It's been a bit since we've seen you on the track, but man, you brought it tonight.
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was good. I'm disappointed. I really wanted to win. I really thought I had to win, you know, and I just made a little too many mistakes. But I enjoy riding dirt bikes, so this is the type of event that's kind of right up my alley. And it was cool bringing back some old bikes. I got a 14-year-old bike that we brought back to life, a little Kerry Hart, he did his backflip bike, so we brought it kind of back, you know, so that's kind of neat. It's always cool, these project bikes and seeing what you can make of them and stuff. So super excited to do it, you know. I'm getting older, and just to get to see the fans and get to hang with all the boys, and I'm glad everybody came out.
How technical was this one compared to previous years?
I didn't come here last year, but the 450 years were a bit more technical. That plays into my favor, I feel. So it was kind of a fast bike. There was one section that you could do out there that separated people, and then after that it was just kind of like you just hope for as much power as you can and to get down and hit your marks, you know. So that's what it came down to, and that's where I blew that one.
Picking up the little tenths and hundredths out there, right?
Yeah, I did, yeah. So if you overjump something or mess up or hit your head off the bars, that little bit can really cost you for this whole run.
Well, thanks, man.
Thank you always.
All right, Tyler, talk about the night out there. It's nice to see the win.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I kept like riding back after a run, and I would see you like 3/4 of the way, or like, well, I guess a quarter of the way from, you know, you were towards the finish, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, the rest of the racing was, yeah, it was sweet. You know, Travis clearly not scared to do it. I knew he was going to bring his A game, and he's a little bit wild. But to see him flip just as fast as I was scrubbing, and then we get to the whoop section, he was kind of near me, so I knew I was in trouble at that point. And the first run, he just sent it through the whoops, not scared to die, kind of sideways, going off the side of the jump here at the finish line, and I was like, clearly I got to turn it up. So the next 2 runs, I just made sure to grease everything good, and got pretty lucky, honestly. I was able to beat Travis on the 500s with him doing backflips the whole time, so I don't know how much I want to brag about that, but it was it's an exciting night for sure.
Speaking of not scared, I saw a couple times out there where there was some pretty big head shake, and that thing looks like a handful.
Yeah, you know, the 500 is not designed for Supercross at all, so there's a lot of flex in that frame. It's the original steel frame from '91, so you got to think the engineers that designed that thing probably started putting pen to paper in like '86, '87, so and it was produced in '91, so it's pretty old engineering there. And then to ride it on Supercross track is just not really safe. So we worked on it a lot, got the front end from a 450 on it, did some kind of moves with the shock to get it kind of safe, and just to be able to ride it out here. Like you said, there was a lot of head shake. There was a couple times I was wheeling across stuff thinking I was cool, and then into the next like wall jump, head shake, didn't know which direction I was going to go off the track. So I'm just happy to get out of here alive at this point.
I think I saw some guys that might actually be braver than you, though, when you were doing that burnout and they're standing in front of you.
Yeah, the guys that were holding my front tire while I was doing burnouts on the concrete over there, I was like, okay, cool, whatever. You know, if that thing slipped a little bit, we were all screwed, but all right.
Nice job.
Right on, thank you.
All right, Travis, yesterday practice, we're watching you flip everything under the sun, but tonight it was like serious Travis showed up.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, dude, I can go backflip anywhere. I can go ride against these guys anywhere. But it was really awesome. I mean, Bowers, he's like the nicest guy I've ever really got a chance to talk to. He seems like such a brute on the track that I didn't expect. I mean, everything that he was doing, he was raising money for charity. He was raising money for fellow racers. He was just awesome and just so respectful and so much fun that we had. You know, at the time, only Hansen had successfully done the triple, quad, triple. And I only flipped the one jump. I never even jumped it because I'm like, oh, I got the triple, quad, triple, it'll even out. And then Bowers on our qualifying run just launched it. And I was like, son of a gun. Cooper Webb ended up doing it at the end, but it was cool just for 4 of us to be the only ones doing that. You know, Roczen never did it, but he's just so amazing it didn't really matter at the end. Still beat Hanny, but what a fun event, man.
Yeah, but it's like you're not having fun unless you're really pushing it.
No, I mean, it's all about having fun, but winning's a lot more fun than losing. So definitely, I mean, looking at my text messages after, they're like, man, you lose with style, but you're the losingest son of a gun we've ever met. I'm like, man, it's always kind of that just going for it, go for broke. And I mean, AJ Catanzaro, he took the 199 to the absolute max. I mean, he was wheeling into the whoop, shifting up as he's going, making time there. That save that he had might have been the greatest save of all time, and he's still heel clickered and knacking all the way to the finish. That was probably the most proud moment of my life, that someone stepped up and just went full character.
Well, it's funny. I told him I thought that was maybe the most Pastrana-like thing that he could have done out there.
Yeah, he took character and just sent it and he took it to 11. I was so pumped with AJ, man. It was such an honor for someone to come and ride the 199, and then for him to do that. I mean, it was a blitz across the whoops, barely won, and still knack the finish line. I'm like, my man.
Well, it's good seeing you out here.
Good to be here. Thanks, guys.
All right, nice job out there tonight, Joey. Talk about your night.
Yeah, it was really good. Started off rough yesterday, but I figured it out tonight. And every run, I was getting a little more comfortable on the bike, comfortable with the track, and just having more fun every run, and definitely had a blast tonight, and that's what led to the win, and definitely very grateful for it.
Who are the guys you had to knock out to get to the final?
Yeah, it was me versus Carlin Gardner, the first one, and then me and AJ. He had a pretty crazy moment. I made a big mistake, and I was like, oh, I gave it to him, and I was still charging, and then he had a scary moment. I had a front row seat to his massive Superman to James Stewart launched the wall. Like, it's perfect that he's representing Travis here, but I'm really glad he's all right, and was able to come with the way out of that heat, and then it was me and Lieb for the win, and was able to come away with that.
So how much work did you put into getting ready for this?
A decent amount. I mean, I borrowed this bike from a friend and had probably 5 days on Supercross on it, and I went to Travis Pastrana's house and played on his straight rhythm course a little bit. Actually sent the flip into the foam pit. That was a lot of fun, and it's pretty cool seeing him here tonight too. And yeah.
So what I hear is you survived the land of bad ideas.
Oh yeah. My dad was very, very nervous having me go there, because there's always, Travis is always pushing you to do crazy things, and so yeah, I was happy to come out of there in one piece and was able to get here and come away with the win.
Well, nice job out there.
Thank you, appreciate it.
AJ, that might have been the biggest crash where you didn't actually hit the ground, but talk about that whole thing.
So I just simply got impatient going up the dragon's back. You're supposed to jump it, and I started skimming it, and then I lost track of where the top was. So I ended up blowing through, hitting my back tire, and doing the biggest tsunami of my. And I just quickly had the thought of like, do I throw the bike? Do I stay on it? And I just held on. And then I launched, and I thought I was going into the crowd. I jumped over the 100-yard dash sign. My entire entourage was already running for me, thinking I landed in the crowd. And then as soon as my wheels hit the ground, I just had the thought of like, what would Travis do? And Travis would pin it back on the track and finish the race. So I pinned it, and Joey Crown beat me, but he didn't beat me by that much, considering I jumped 150 feet off the side of the track.
Did you think you were going down for sure?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I had the quick thought of bail, but I knew that it was way too high speed and it was like cement in that pocket. So I just tried to hold on. But once I got back on the bike, I immediately had to deal with the up ramp, and my feet couldn't get back on the pegs, so I had no rear brake. So I just feathered the front brake up the jump face to try to slow down a little bit. It was scary. That was really scary. I'm still like processing.
Short of Travis doing backflips, though, that may have been the most Pastrana-like thing that I saw all night.
And this might be a Travis saying, for as poorly as it went, it could not have gone any better. Like, to be running the 199 and to almost kill myself, and then it was awesome. Travis was excited about it. So
you did the 199 proud. It was fun to watch Travis yesterday during qualifying or during practice when he's out there cheering you on.
He gets excited. Yeah, it's cool, and it pumps me up. Like that dude is my hero. So for him to be on the sidelines all excited that I'm doing knack-knacks and heel clickers, he's an awesome dude. So yeah, success this year.